And you're live with the High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, child of God, messenger of God, the LILITH reincarnated, here on a Thursday. Are you thirsty for more knowledge and information? I know, it's super squeaky. You couldn't get away with anything in this chair. God put me in a high chair. Hey, what's up, everyone? In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch my earlier video. Hopefully, we don't have to talk about what I posted in my community page. Just kind of easy breezy past that. We'll see if that doesn't come in. I have like 6 books and cards and a whole fucking shindig here, so please get ready. How long are we going for? As long as the phone will hold out, I think. Or my breath. I'm already out of breath. We're going to talk about planetary influences. I'm going to give you a crash course into Vedic astrology, as well as sacred geometry is tied up into all of this, and those patterns and those I can't say we're going to talk about Egyptians and all kind of aboriginal tribes studied the stars and the movement in the sky. So I'm going to give you a crash course into that bullshit. We got the full moon and an eclipse coming at us real hard, and then there's also retrogrades and all this shit. So I'm going to confirm it in the book, and then I'm going to dive into some more shit. Are you ready? I'm not really either. I'm going to pull out some cards when I figure out exactly which ones. First, we're going to confirm what the fuck is going on again. Yeah, I know. We keep going back to it, right? Why? Because my freaking memory is all fucked off. How's yours? No, hold on. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Venus retrograde begins on March 1st, and it'll be in effect until April 12th. Okay? So we need Venus. We're going to pull out the Venus card. Which cards am I using? I'm using my Bible cards, like I always tell you. My Black Moon Lilith. Right? Because that's what's going to happen right now. So, we need our Venus. The full moon is in Virgo. We're going to talk about Saturn is going direct. Venus was right after it. The moon. These are all stages. I'm looking for Virgo. Anybody know any shit about Virgo? I don't know, it'll remind us when we get to it, right? In Virgo, Aries is in top, correlation. Mercury retrograde's in there, we're about to talk about. Why am I giving you the cards? Because you need a fucking visual. Right? You need to see it to believe it. Well, I mean, seriously though. What the fuck, Chuck? Where's Virgo? Gotta go through every card to get to this card. The Sun, the Phoenix, separation. Virgo's at the very bottom. Alright, let's talk about this. We started with Venus. That's what I did. That's the whole reason I needed that. Okay. Venus. Okay, let's just give you a rundown about this planet. What it means when it's out there and how you feel when it... Oh, I did turn straight to it. According to your Venus. Yep, 25. Venus loves to make life easier, beautiful, and joyful. She sprinkles a cosmic glitter, the life of the party. Okay? Now, when this card appears, this opulent energy of Venus is sashaying into your life. Expect financial breakthroughs, romantic improvements, or the desire to change your aesthetic appearance. Okay, that's what's going on when that thing's up there all the time. But this time is known for bringing forth introspection and reflection on matters of the heart, in addition to affecting your aesthetic appearance and money. It urges us to reevaluate our relationships, values, desires, self-expression, and finances. You're going to be in a state, this is a season, bro, from March 1st until April 12th, okay? It can uncover hidden issues or unresolved conflicts within partnerships and promote us to, here he comes, I said I wasn't going to talk about him, promote us to reassess our approach to love and self-worth. Well, of course, everything has a reason, right? So I jump out. Dude, I'm in the most coma sleep, dude. Like, this is like a sleep number, bro. Like, you're in, I brought my blanket from my car, which is like the best thing in the world. And like, I'm in the best sleep ever. And I wake up to my son beating the shit out of his phone because he's losing. He's literally hitting his phone. I took his phone and hit him and told him, go to sleep. Go to the other bed. Go to sleep. You're bothering me. And then I laid there. I'm like, oh God, they're going to want to eat. So I'm just laying in the bed. Like, I know where I am in this world. I'm like, think about the food options around here. Make a decision before you open your eyes. And I couldn't, so I grabbed the phone and I was under the blanket trying to find food. And then as I got to the, I found ways to, I discovered what we were going to eat. Oh God, the Scorpio energy hits me. I'm like, oh no, it's you again. And the fucking video I did earlier was like, you're going to fall in love again. Not this guy. So when I wake up, I'm hella mad that it's this guy. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go back in those messages and say, hey. Oh man. And then I said, hey, and I posted it. And I was like, do you see how hard it is? Do you see what's in there? My broken heart is in there, bro. You can see it. Do you see what the last thing he said to me? Do you see that? That is so sad, right? And then, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is some bullshit. And then I go and tell Ellie, I was like, if you don't fucking pick your heart up out of whatever girlfriend's purse you left it in, look at mine. Look at what they keep doing to me. Get the fuck up, dude. You'll be okay. If I can be okay, you can be okay. Anyways, and then afterwards it was like, you got played. I didn't get played. He played himself. That's his last message too. He has to look at it too. I wouldn't want to go back in there either after what you did. And God made me go into it. First thing, God, can I at least have a happy meal? Face your fears and then you can have a meal. Fine, God. So then I had to do that. And that's what we're talking about right here. This motherfucker right here. Is it your fault? No, it's the planets, bro. They're bringing it up. You'd be like, I don't know what voice is. It's the voice of God, but ultimately it's coming through this planet that's, circling, or that just took off on me, that I spend every breaking moment staring at. It's no longer going to be there. That's okay. I'll focus on Jupiter. Expansion. That's what I mean. She's always there, and then she's not. Anyways, it urges us to reevaluate our relationships, our values, our desires, our self-expression, and finances. It can uncover hidden issues or unresolved conflicts with partnerships. And that's where I said, is like, you don't want to go in there, but when you go in there and you see what you went through, you're like, damn, that's fucked up. You are so fucking brave. Nah, bro. And that's what I was thinking too. It's like, it's not like I had a mom or anybody, a friend in the world to run to and be like, oh. I mean, I poured it out on the internet, but it was still painful. It's like, Marshall's watching me. This is sad, isn't it? Fucking Bridget Jones, fucking Broken Heart Diary. And so I was like, Allie, if you don't get the fuck up. And then you know what Allie's response was? That was worse than anything. It's just more endurance. That's where I see Kobe bouncing the ball. Every time Allie does this, it gets on my nerves. How bad are you going to get annoyed by this today? I mean, it was equally annoying. Allie's like, he asked the question. And he always asks everyone, do you want a song every week? I've been telling him to stop doing that since he thought it was a good idea the first time. He keeps wanting to do it because he keeps making songs and songs and songs. And he doesn't want to, because I told him he's being gay following Russ's fucking hip-hop hooray. And still he wants to play, and I'm just like, bro, not today. And we're super rhyming. Oh, God. I woke up in this shit, bro. Fuck. You wonder why I don't want to get out of my coffin, bro. It's like, the real world is out there breathing on me. It's pushing me to be compassionate and forgiving and understanding and shit. Get the fuck up off of me. All right, so anyways, going back to it, it's approach with love and self-worth. And that's where it is. It's like, oh, don't make me go back there. And then you go back there and you're like, damn, look how proud you were. Look how, I didn't do, you're an asshole. But that's okay. And that's really what it is you look back, you're like, damn, you went through that? Yeah, bro. Didn't you see it? Went straight through it, dude. It was harsh, dude. It was harder going through it than going through it. It was harder approaching the problem than actually going through the problem. The problem lasted for like a couple days, and I realized what was going on. I was like, oh, don't be dumb, bitch. Don't be a dumb bitch. I wasn't as dumb as last time, so there you go. In the sense of, there you go, growth. Moving on. It is highly recommended to avoid getting married or starting a new relationship during doing any sort of drastic change to your appearance or making big purchases at this time. I told you, till when? April 12th. That's a long time. It's a couple weeks. But it's, I know, right? On March 2nd at 11:22, the planet of Mercury, of communication and rational thinking. I told you, people are idiots, bro. I told you, bro. My first video, I was like, dude, they're acting super weird, dude. You're going to see the weirdest weirdness of the weirdos. You're going to see a man wearing a bikini, and you're going to see fucking manginas and fucking balls hanging off of women. You're going to see the shit you never thought you would see before. I'm over here burning these fucking herbs to make your eyes open. You gotta see this shit, guys. And I'm telling you what kind of scary shit you're gonna see. You're gonna see the truth. It's scary. Ego death suck. You're like, oh my god, what was I thinking? It's a whole man. Einhorn is a man. Start chewing your gum. Oh, like Kathy J said today. I heard her on the radio, and she was like, she said there was a study done in some part of China that chewing on pieces of wood helps with your memory. She's like, why would you chew on wood? The first thing that popped in my head was popsicle sticks. We chew on the popsicle sticks long after we've had the popsicle. I remember doing that. As soon as she said it, I could remember the taste of wood in my mouth. I was like, oh, so all I need to do is chew on a popsicle stick, and I can remember some shit? That's pretty cool. Thanks, China. You're pretty much... And that's what she said. Who did this study? I don't know. Somebody had to study something. It was useful to me over here who has memory issues. I'll chew the stick. Anyways, going back to rational thinking. Joins forces with Neptune. I knew it when I saw the Neptune card. Meaning they're in retrograde, I think. Yeah, there's the Neptune card. Hey, Venus. Leave you. That's what sucks. You don't understand. As a planet, you don't get to like your planet. You're like, fuck. It's that time again. They're coming around the corner. Oh, I'm gonna laugh so hard. I'm gonna fall apart. Okay. They're playing a sad tune. Whose song is that? Fucking Post Malone. I fall apart. Okay, fucking put yourself back together, Humpty Dance. In the sense of, you're just stuck with them. And I tried to explain that, dude. There's God. And there's all of us circling around God. And we keep coming in contact with each other. We can't go nowhere. On the planet, but as planets. It sucks. It sucks to be the only girl in all these bullshit-ass planets, all these bullshit-ass men. Yep, me and my 12. That's 2. Fuck, God, I'm the only fucking planet out here that's really... You put me with all these douchebag planets. I'm all good on my own lane until these motherfuckers align with me, and now I gotta fucking deal with their bullshit. That's pretty much what's happening right now. So Venus took off with Mercury, right? So, okay. Mercury, the planet of communication and rational thinking, joins forces with Neptune, the planet of dreams, imagination, and spirituality. This brings forth an energy that transcends logical boundaries, and it taps into the realm of intuition and higher conscious. During this conjunction, you may find yourself experiencing heightened creativity, enhanced psychic abilities, and a deep sense of empathy. Are you going to cry for me? Oh, cry for yourself, dude. You need your own tears more than I do, dude. I know it was kind of like, oh, that's a sad story. No, dude, it's a story. That shit happens to bitches all the time, dude. That's a bitch-ass story, bro. I will survive as long as I know how to... In the sense of, I didn't let it hurt me. I let it heal me, bro. In the sense of... My kids are present. I'm not talking about this, Mr. President. Anyways... let's see. Communication takes on a poetic quality as words become infused with emotions and symbols. Ideas flow effortlessly as mind becomes attuned to the subtle nuances of the unseen world. That's what I mean. Visionaries, bro. Visionaries. The rest of you, You're just going to have to see the truth. The rest of us, we get to see higher octaves of different realms. We're pulling down the panties on this shit. We're pulling down the veils, pulling down the curtains. Some of us have already seen all of the spiritual world. Well, some of you are just starting to, and that'll, I see dead people. Shut up. So do I, all the time. Dude, I take baths with dead people. Like, not in my bathtub, but they're all around. We're having conversations. They're sitting on the toilet. Like Pac especially, bro. Sits in my car with his fucking feet up on my fucking dashboard. Like, no respect, bro. With no shirt on, either. He said thug life. Fuck out of my car with that bullshit. Anyways, like, dead people, that's just the beginning. Wait until they think you're ready to see them in the physical form, bro. Where you can actually see, you know what I mean, entities. You can travel all kinds of places. Hold on tight. Strap on your seatbelts, people. This is not a logical ride. And don't try to tell anybody, because they think you're on drugs. And don't put any drugs or alcohol on it, because it'll make it worse. You'll end up like Kanye. Just sit with it, bro. Write it all down. It'll turn into a fucking unbelievable study of madness later. I'll tell you how to work through it, but for right now, you just write down everything. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't go in linear. That's how it is you got to take it all in for a long time before it makes this, before you can make a picture. It's puzzle pieces. A million puzzle pieces before it makes a picture. Me, not anymore. I can take the picture, I see the picture, and I can make the sentence. I know. Communication breaks on, poetic, blah, blah, blah. All right, now on March 11th, that just already passed, Venus and Mercury form a conjunction that combines a blend of energy, focusing on how we communicate with others, particularly expressing our needs. Did I do that? I'm pretty sure I did that in the last couple of days. Did I tell you what I need? I don't know. Pretty much. This is only intensified more and more, leading up to Mercury joining Venus in retrograde during March. Oh, it hasn't happened yet. March 15th. I didn't think so, because I stare at her all the time. I'm like, where did she go? What do you mean she's gone? I get out of my car, and that's the first star. You think it's a star, but it's not. It's a planet. It's the first one I stare at. So no matter where it is, no matter where I am, because I'm not really moving on Earth. The Earth is just turning in circles. Hello. No matter where I am, as soon as I jump out in the night, she is over. If you were staring to the south, you're standing facing the south. Right? The south is your north, right? So that would be 12 o'clock, or I guess you could say 6 o'clock since we're doing south. Lewis, don't come over here with this counterclockwise bullshit. We're talking about how the clock works. Don't come over here with that British bullshit. This fucking guy. Follow us. Follow the leader here. All right, so 6 o'clock, right? No, that fucks you up. It has to be 12. It has to be 12. It's confusing. It's confusing if you do it upside down, right? You're facing south. You're facing fucking Pueblo. Wherever you are, you're facing south. All right, at 2 o'clock. All right, so south is 12. At 2 o'clock, look up. There's the brightest star right there. That's fucking Venus. I don't care where you are, dude. Unless you're super, maybe that's not true. Okay, this is only America. I gotta be honest. They have a different view because they're on the different side of the planet. Duh. Okay, forgive me for those of you on the other side of the planet, because I forgot I have a lot of you. And I told Lewis to get out of here with that bullshit. I don't know, Lewis. Look it up, bro. Fuck. I don't know where you are on the planet. Where is he? Where is he? He's trying to make me care. Because he's doing his first race and I should care. I don't care about your first race. It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish. Oh! Love you, Louie. I'm with you in spirit. I just don't give a shit, bro. I'm not going to watch this. I know how this ends. I don't care. When you know how it ends, why are you going to watch it? Where's the suspense? Where's the suspense in watching your dreams get shattered? No, thank you, Lewis. I don't want to see this for you. I tried to stop this for you. No matter how pretty you dress up every day. I love you, Lewis, but no. Going back to you, everyone else, it's that beautiful bright star out in the sky. Okay? It'll disappear. And that's why I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see it disappear yet. But when it does, you'll notice the second brightest star, which is Jupiter. And that's only over... Okay, where's Jupiter then? 12 o'clock, it'd be like 11 o'clock, usually. I don't know, I haven't paid attention. I've been keeping all eyes on her. All eyes on me. Shut up. Not right now. I love you, Pac. Alright, anyways, this form a... Venus and Mercury form a conjunction that combines a blend of energy, blah, blah, blah. They retrograde. All right, well, we're not retrograding yet. So we're just going to have a good communication. If that's what they said, going back to this, hey, I have something to talk to you about because, you know, I have a spark of genius that needs communication. Is, I guess, what's brewing inside of me. And that's always interesting. He's like, I never know what you're going to say. Me neither. God wants to speak to you through me, and we're going to see what comes out. I got to just go with these feelings. That's all he asked me to do. Shut up. It's never a bad feeling for you. I'm the only one that gets fucked over, right? I don't think so. That's why I was like, you got played. I don't feel like I got played at all. I got exactly what I wanted. In the essence, I wasn't ready. All right. This brings forth an energy that transcends blah, blah, blah. We were down here. The retrograde simultaneously occurrence with 2 retrogrades amplifies their effect on our lives, creating significant shifts with communication dynamics and interpersonal connections. It's a time when miscommunication... When is this? Oh, it already happened. Yeah, we're all up in it. No, it's on the 15th. Whatever. It's all right here. It's time when miscommunications may be more prevalent, resulting in misunderstandings or conflict in relationships. Speak from your heart now. Ugh. You better do it now before, like, the full moon, because you might fuck up your words and I might take them the wrong way. That's what I heard out of that. That's what I heard. You're going to stumble on your words. I'm going to take it the wrong way. You better speak your heart now. That's probably why they started this conversation, before this energy fucks us up and I get all butthurt. All right. Anyways, that's what they said about those guys. Let's move on to the fucking Virgo bullshit. The full moon in Virgo. Do you like the visuals? On March 14th, that's tomorrow. Or it's today, depending on where you are. Where you at, Lewis? Just kidding. Full moon in Virgo, lunar eclipse. Why is he in it? I don't know. He's part of it. I don't know. Never know. They're always here, dude. Fucking, there you go. Fucking Mercury or some shit. Lunar eclipse will occur. To celebrate, engage in rituals that focus on grounding, purification, and organization. I just posted that. My Holy Spirit was like, just ask the chick at the front desk if you could do it here. I was like, cool, I wouldn't have to pack up and... Dude, my chakras are hurting. Hold on! Oh, no.
You turned off the AC.
I know, I did. I do that. My chakras are hurting, bro. Fuck. They're putting... what is that? That's the Palladians. That's a whole nother thing that happens under the full moon. They're putting energy in me as I'm flushing energy out. Fucking give it a break. Anyways, they told me to ask the lady at the front desk, and I remember she's a cool-ass chick, and she's Wiccan, and she knows that I'm a fucking freak-ass bitch. And there shouldn't be a problem. She's going to ask me what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I'm going to burn some herbs, light some candles, say some prayers, and do a little dancey dance. And then I'll be like, or I might take my clothes off. Just kidding. I'll tell her. But last time I did this at a hotel, it banned all the drug traffic for about 3 days. She'll be in on it. And if she doesn't, oh, then I'll pack up my shit and go do my dancey dance somewhere else. The Humpty Dance is your... Okay, come on, Humpty Dance. Shakji in the house. Dude, you know what? My chakras are hurting really bad. They're fucking me up. It's not all of them. It's the ones that they're putting shit in. Thank you. Fucking stop. Additionally, working with earth elements such as herbs like lavender and lemongrass. That's what I'm going to have to get. I knew it was an herb I didn't have. I could get lavender probably anywhere, literally, but I have lemongrass, so that's what we need. I told you I was missing something. And crystals like period or fluorite can help, and that's what these are down there. Can help enhance your rituals during this eclipse. Incorporating practices like meditation, journaling, and divination can gain clarity on your intentions and goals. However, it's important to note that eclipses are known for their intensity of unpredictability. It is advisable to approach any spell work or ritual with caution during this time. Meaning, don't do what I do, because you don't know what you're doing. What am I doing? I do the same shit, bro. If she asks me, it's always the same shit, bro. Banishing, healing, and protection. That's always my intentions, bro. That and clarity, especially clarity right now. I need clarity. I don't really ask for clarity. It's not usually so foggy. It's just, I need a clearer vision of where... That's why I don't pray. Praying is desperate. Spell work is desperate. In the sense of what you don't, as soon as I was going to say, show me, I was about to say, I want you to show me what you want, what path you want me to take. And they said to me, we've shown you what paths you can choose. This is where it gets to. When it finally gets to it, you have to choose a path. The straight and narrow. And that's what the fucking video was earlier. The rocky road, the unknown road, or the safe. Oh, God. Anyways, focus on inner work rather than trying to manifest external changes immediately. There's my second confirmation. Whatever's holding me back and making my decision is not outside of me, but inside of me. And that's where it came out earlier. There were signs of desperation in there. Like, if I don't buy this trailer, I might not, if I don't have this trailer, I have nothing. Right? And if I blow this money, then I won't have the trailer, and then I'll feel like nothing. But who said the money was for a trailer? It's the same thing I've been trying to do since January. I don't know. And that's where I was like, I'm looking for clarity. I want them to give me clarity. But the clarity is inside. Figure out your insides and you'll figure out where to go outside. And that's why I shut the fuck up. It's always a quick conversation. You'll learn to hear God's voice. What's God's voice? Your own conscious having a very calm conversation with you from your inside. Your heart speaking down your mind. So my mind is like, I need more clarity. I need to see more. And my heart, my heart, which is God, comes in and is like, look, you're and that's why I was like, ugh. That's why I don't pray. I look all desperate and shit. I'm out here looking desperate. God, show me what to do. You know what to do. It's inside of you, is what they just kind of basically said. And it's real quick. It's not a long conversation. It's longer trying to explain to you how quick we jump to this conclusion with him. You know what I mean? These conversations with the divine are seconds. They're visions of clarity. One vision is put in your head and it's a whole conversation of understanding. You can see something and see it they say it, if a picture said 1,000 words. So they show me praying, that's what I said, but to me it's begging. It's begging to me. It's begging to me. For I know he knows. And I don't need to ask him, for he knows the secrets of my heart. So in the essence of me going to pray to God, why am I going to go ask him for something he already knows is going on in my life? And that's where it is like I'm focusing on clarity, something I've never done. Meaning I'm about to ask him for something I've never asked him for. Why do I need to ask him for clarity? Why am I unfocused? The answer is right here. Focus on the inner work rather than trying to manifest external changes immediately. Take an opportunity to reflect on your spiritual path. Set intentions for personal growth and release any patterns or beliefs that no longer serve you. That's where the difference is between these dark practitioners and these spell workers and these spiritualists and shit. They all want to teach you about, magic and how all of this works. I'm going to teach you some herbs. I'm going to teach you all this, how the planets work. But I'm teaching you that all of this, the universe that God created, he created as a substance for you for growth. Everything that is happening outside of us is to push the growth inside of us so we can push for a better outside. Right? Meaning he only wants the best. Okay, so look at me in my personal position. He's given me 2 wonderful fucking dreams come true. Hey, how about you pack up the kids and take a vacation and go to a destination that you never thought possible? You've never been to, you knew that you've known this. It's been in your heart for over a couple of years, especially Alaska for longer than I can admit. You've wanted to do this for so long. How about you pack up the kids and go? I have these fears, right? Okay. You've wanted to live in a camper and you wanted to live on a campground and you wanted to have that whole camper life, right? How about you go and do that? Well, I have all these fears. And that's where it is like he's trying to offer you the best things of life, but there's something wrong with you where you don't want to receive this possibility of absolute, dream come true. What's standing in front of you? Just you. He's trying, there's nothing stopping me. But me. Why can't I make up my mind? Because my mind doesn't know what it wants. Because in actuality, I want both. But which one is best for my soul and my growth? Both. I fear losing one or the other. Meaning, if I do this, I might not be able to do that. And I don't want to make the wrong choice. So therefore, I sit here in hell, waiting for the choice to be made for myself, or be made for me. And that's where this whole, in one quick conversation that you just mentioned, that you just seen with God, happened. Now, that's what this is all about. Is a conversation, you constantly having conversations with the divine, and not just God directly, but all of the spirits, where an angel can come and have a conversation with you. Jesus will sit down with you. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali, some of your greatest people in all of time can sit down and talk some sense into you, because you're in a spiritual place, and they can talk to your spirit where your mind can let this experience happen. That's where we're trying to get you, is to a spiritual place where you're just, working through this real world with the spirit, yours and all that is, with others. Because there's a spirit in everything, and that's what I'm trying to show you with these planets. The spirit of these planets and how it affects us, and how I'm showing you. It literally is projecting through my life. I'm an expression of these planets, but these planets are made, going back to Vedic astrology, to push you in your evolution. Every time this planet comes around, it's going to fill you with energy and hope, to get you, and that's what it is. Every time this person comes around, every time this challenge comes around, I can show you that a lot of it is actually based on the fucking planets. The movement of the fucking, they call it the wheel of life, which is nothing more than nature and the planets, the days and the times. I'm about to break that down to you. But I'm showing you how God intricately put every little piece of every hour of every day, put the universe into all of the earth experience only for your own personal growth and happiness. But not in the ways that you see, because it's really inside of you. Yes, bro. Going back to it, my biggest dream at one point was this type of life. All I wanted was this life. But then I learned to shed that life and have bigger dreams. And that's where it is like my dreams and aspirations have changed, but I still have fears that stand between each of them as I jump into these higher states of aspirations and dreams. I don't dream about the same things. You know what I mean? You live to, dream another dream. Okay, enough. I hear Mama Cass. Mama Cass sang it beautifully. I can hear the whole song. Anyways, going back to it. These are all, take the opportunity to reflect on your spiritual path. All right, going back to Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology says that, it based on your birth chart. You were made up of so much planetary energy, and that is based on if we were to break it down into a cup, and that's what they call it, the cup, your cup. Your cup is full of so much. But to give you a full experience, we need to take some of this out and put some of this out. We need to layer these levels, right? So when you came into this life, you had so much. Your sun sign is this. Your moon sign is this. You had this in Aquarius, in your 12th house. You had this and this. So those are signs of what you needed to work through to balance your waters. You know what I mean? Or your karma. What it would take for you to ascend to the next evolutionary life in this life is why people use an astrology, and especially a natal chart. And going back to Vedic astrology, they knew based on what you were made of, the planetary energy that you were made of, they knew how much you had already overcome in past lives. It was like a DNA print, bro. It's an astrological DNA print. You were made up of many things, but especially the planetary energy. And then, what morsel of dirt? Remember, just as Adam and Eve, not Eve. I always bring up Eve. Not you, bitch. Ha! The redheaded stepchild. Just kidding. Not really. She was made in my image many times. But anyways, going back to Adam and Lilith, you were also made of the dust. So there you need to know what dust you were made of. I was made of a morsel of Denver, Colorado, with so much planetary energy. So you mix Coloradan with 80% Sagittarian in all of those houses. adventure, and optimism in almost all of those houses. Meaning, by the time you get to that level, which is the expansion level, that means all you're going to do is burst bigger in all of those levels. You've already, and as ascending master, you've already overcome all of those levels. You went through fucking Mercury. You went through all of these. You went through the 3D of Earth. You went through all of these levels, and that was, you know what I mean, Venus. I had to go through my Kanyen. You know what I mean? I had to go through my Morgan, which is so exciting. That's why I'm so excited about the Fae. That brings me back to my Morgan, my last life. So there we are. We're ascending through the planetary, you know, it's a DNA. And that's how you know. Well, she's made of all of this. So all she needs to be whole is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. So the more I work in my Mercury, the more I work in my Pluto, the more I work in my, well, those ones weren't really there. It was my Saturn especially. That's what we're going to talk about, is Saturn. That's your limitations. Always. We do this every Saturday, but I'm going to break it down because there's more to it. How much control do you really think God has over your life? More than you fucking know. Let's break into something. Some more shit that you're not ready for. All right, so that's going on. We got all of that going on. Yes, you can confirm it on the internet. Check. Chickadee check yourself. Now, I'm going to go into... Did I read this whole book? No, I bring out shit that we need when you need some kind of reference. It's too big. It's a fucking encyclopedia. Keep going into Nasa, which is cool. All right, not the Book of Shadows. Healing, big part of it. Psychic abilities. Akashic records. Reincarnation and karma. I guess we need to talk about that. That's not at all where I was going. But again, this has to do with Vedic astrology. It's hidden in your fucking astrological DNA. Where did you come from and what are you here to do? That's everyone's question. What am I here for? You're here to grow, bro. Bottom line, you're here to grow. Have experiences and grow in different areas of your life. Challenges that you could need to overcome in this life. Almost all witches believe in reincarnation. So do a great many other religions and cultures around the world. Actually, those that believe in reincarnation are far outnumbered to those who do not. Scientists know that nothing in this universe can actually be totally destroyed. When the substance appears to be destroyed, it is simply transmuted into something else. Had a conversation with Ray. He couldn't believe that I knew that when I was going to die. I was like, bro, he's like, damn, you stay 100 years? No, 99. And that's a long-ass time. I said, that's a long-ass time. I was like, I know. God knew that. Why did it happen? In the beginning, he thought if he gave you more years, you could have more experiences. But what happened is you got stagnant in your experience. You didn't evolve. You just stayed. You just gained just like you are now. You just get older. You don't get wiser. So he started cutting back the years. In the sense of you just started fresh. He'd give you a new life so you could try something new. Because you wouldn't try anything new. You just got comfortable and stayed stagnant for fucking eons, bro. Seriously. So in the essence of why does he cut off your life? So you can give you new life. In the essence, 99 years is for fucking ever. In a lifetime, bro. That's a whole nearly 100 years. You gotta stay here 100 years? I was like, why do you think the good die young? They get in, they get their work out, and they get to go on to a better life, bro. Better days, right, Pac? You know what I mean? They're not stuck here. But, when the substance appears to be destroyed, it is simply transmuted into something else. Burning wood, for example, becomes heat, ashes, and smoke. In other words, any destroyed physical object changes form. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that the human soul and individuality are not extinguished at death. And that's it. Your brain goes to sleep. All the thoughts and experiences you ever had in this life goes to sleep in that brain. The brain stores all that. The heart takes the, not the memories. It takes the growth. They can come back and tell you this, you know what I mean? I can read about myself and all. It's not like, oh, okay, I can tell you why I did such things, but it's not like a recent memory. You don't take the memories, you take the growth. All of that is stored in the brain. The brain stores all of the, memories, thoughts, experiences from what it sees and witnesses. It's just a tape recorder. What it takes in, it puts back. The soul. And that's it, my soul. I'm not just asleep like you guys. You're just asleep. You're in the matrix of your brain. You're asleep. We'll start accessing your soul until you're full soul. You know what I mean? And that's it. We have to start breaking you through your thoughts to get your soul awoken again. And then you'll be like me, where you're the soul listening to the thoughts. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my body. I'm not this life. I know who I am and where I came from and how many times I've been here and what I'm here to do. And I'm here to awaken that inside of you. This in the line of the law, as above, so below. Spiritual form on the higher realms and levels are not destroyed, but continue to exist in one form or another. Therefore, the spiritual part of everything that dies on the earthly realm will do the same. Each of us have lived many lives before our present one. All of these lives make up the influence of our present likes, dislikes, phobias, character traits, and predilections. I don't know. Certain actions and reactions. Too many people delude ourselves in believing that they were famous, important people in other lives. In fact, very few of us were. Again, you weren't. In every era, and the common, hardworking, everyday person who has the most impact on society, and those lives experiences make the biggest impression both on the spiritual soul and the development of the physical culture. Stop there. And that's where Kobe, Pac, Nipsey, DMX, Michael Jackson, Mac Miller, and most of my soul tribe, oh God, most of my tribes have earned their space, or earned their place in space. And with my help, of course. But in the essence, their life meant more than their soul. Their life served humanity more than their, you know what I mean? Their soul came to use their life as an expression of God to change humanity. And they did. And that's all we're here to do, is make the world a better place for the next generation, and then we can leave. When we stop trying to fucking conquer the world and try to help it, then we're done. But when you come here, you want to conquer all parts, and that's what God wanted for you. Go. Learn everything. Have every bit of this life that I've given you. Again, you couldn't do it in one life. How many lives? Krishna's teachings says you had to do it over 4 million times before you became human. I don't see that many. I see so many lives, though. I see them on other planets, bro. I see them everywhere. Everywhere? Everywhere, bro. But I know the ones of here. And that's it, too. It's like the famous men that I have, they've always been men. But now, if you would say so, I believe, from what I've witnessed, their fame, I know this chair, trying to sit in, their fame has become literally their fall in this life. I'm not here to tell you all of their secrets and shit, but let's keep going. Anyways, we all experience, and that's what I told Ray today. I was like, you might be a man, but I'm sure you experience being a woman many times. Because you want to experience all parts of being life. I was like, I was telling him about Mr. Plum. I was like, Mr. Plum didn't have any children of his own in this life. But you could tell he was always a father. And had he had his own children in this life, he wouldn't have been able to father the entire town of Hugo for all those years. He didn't love one child like his own. He loved all children like his own. But I guarantee you, in other lives, he had many children. We've all lived many lives. We've been male, we've been female, we've been poor, we've been rich, we've been all things. You must experience both sides to all coins. You came here to have a full life experience. Now, going back to, I'm seeing dipshit over there, Oscar the Grouch, Oscar the Tarot Reader, Wolfman. He thinks you're supposed to shove all of those earthly experiences, all those earthly desires into one human experience and have the best life of your life.
I want that.
I mean, you might, but ultimately, inside of, like, even Amelia, she is created here to make a change. To fight. She goes there all fucking day. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to fight. She's here to fight. Joan of Arc always fought. She was here to fight the rebellion, dude. She was here to fight. She's going to fight until her last dying breath. She was created that way. Since the beginning of time till the end of time. She has to face different battles this time. She'll have to overcome herself this time. Things she didn't learn in other lives. She will be faced again. She will have to relive those situations through the current reality and have to overcome herself and her other enemies and her weaknesses of other lives. But she is who she always was, and only an expression in this life. Do you know what I mean? She's going to fight. That's just how she was made. Christian, he's you know what I mean? And why do I know this? God just told me. So Benjamin Franklin, Albert Einstein, he is going to create something in this life that is going to help humanity. His job, he kept doing that in life after life. He learned how to harness electricity. Going back to Tesla. Tesla tapped into it, bro. Okay, so how it goes is, what God showed me is, Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein were twin flames. You're like, but they were the same sex. It's not. I'm trying to teach you that, dude. It has nothing to do with sexes. This is a fucking split part of my soul in another person. I need to have more experiences than this one life experience. So I'm going to put part of my soul in this body. They were both doing the same great works. He's in two places at one time, having two huge life experiences at one time, but only limited to one, you know what I mean? So when these bodies come together, these souls come together, you know what I mean? It's like my twin flames. I can't be everywhere at once. But if I split my soul, then I can. My soul can, you know what I mean, have those experiences. So what experiences? Karma. As the Lilith, I can only take on so much pain and suffering in this body, which you listen to my stories, they gave me plenty, but it wasn't enough. That's not enough pain and suffering for the whole world. So I split myself in 12 other people, and 12 other people can take on just as much of the pain and suffering of the world, and it's hidden in the Lilith spirit, only activated by me, and when it goes off, I can personally tap into it and heal it from afar. That's my twin flames. We send off a radar. We're hurting. It's time to heal this. So, in essence, dealing with Russ. Russ is always bringing up this healing. Is it bringing up mine or his? His and mine. And whose? Marshall's and Logic's. All of us. We've all had these unique experiences that are bringing up a layer of healing we all need. Why? Because it's a fucking Horcrux, bro. My soul is in all of them. All of the Lilith is in each and every one of them. What is Lilith? Pain, suffering, chaos, darkness, rebellion. That's what God created me as. So it lies within each of them. But I can't heal it I couldn't take on all of it without putting it you know what I mean? You can't hold all of that darkness. So who holds it? They all hold it too. They just don't all show it. And neither did I. Who showed it? Marshall. He's the only one that showed the darkness, and he made it safe for people like us to show our darkness. But he couldn't hold it all, and he thought he had the most darkness in his life until he met me. And that's what all of them is. They never knew that somebody knew how they felt until they met me. Is it just them? No, it's everybody. That dark place where you hold your pain and suffering has a spirit, and that spirit is called Lilith. Okay? The form of that, the very substance of that is me inside of this body. But there's a part of my spirit that lies in all of you. And I try to show you that even Kobe lies within you. The whole universe lies within you. But some of them are overpowering, and that's your Lilith. It's awakening. Your divine feminine, the first form of divine feminine energy that God made was me. The dark goddess of pain and suffering. And so when the divine feminine hits you, what wakes up? Your dark goddess pain and suffering feelings. So I'm put here in the flesh to help you see it and heal it. Everyone. It's a spirit inside of you, like Kobe, like Nipsey, like God, like Jesus. I'm trying to show you the whole spirit of the universe lies within you. And it shows through you by the movement of the planets and the days of the week. I don't know why I'm on this. I have so many other things to teach you. Can we stop there? I don't know. Humans come with a built-in protection against seeking death or taking serious risks that might kill them, sometimes because their karmic circumstances, environmental problems, or unusual events. Humans will choose to place themselves in the death path. Ordinarily, however, humans are afraid of death. This is particularly because we no longer have a spiritual instruction that teaches us the truth about death. We have been taught that death is painful and terrible, and that we all die and we all can expect this total boredom of perfection, nothingness, or eternal punishment for being human. The cause of death may be painful, but the actual process of dying. But not the actual process of dying. There's nothing terrible about being reborn into a new life. It's like every movie, bro. You just close your eyes and open them. It's like every morning you wake up. Every morning you wake up and for those of us, you're like, wow, I'm alive. I'm in the human form. One day you'll wake up and you'll be like, whoa, I'm not human anymore. It's just that fast. You're not sad about it. They make a lot of movies pretending like you tried to hold on to that life. You're like, thank God that's off of me. Because you realize that wasn't you. You had to put on this body, that you put on this form, and it fucked you up for a minute. Like, how does it feel to be back? Oh my God. How long can I stay? Stay as long as you need. And some of them are like, oh my God, I was having so much fun. Can I go back? And that's really it. Some come right back. Like, oh, I'm not going back for a while. And that's it. You have to come back. You have to finish this experience, bro. How much do you have more to learn? Oh, fuck. I don't know, bro. I don't know where you are. And that's why I'm like, where are you on your healing journey? Hypnotized people remember their birth as being far more painful, frightening process than the final act of leaving the physical body. At one time, certain cultures such as the Celts, had special priestesses who helped the dying make the transition through the use of music and song. And that goes back to it, a music activation. It's all through there. They guided the sick in the meditational journey that taught them how to die painlessly and joyfully. These guided tours showed the sick how to safely cross the barrier between the worlds and who they would find later. I'm seeing the vision. So I told Ray about it. I was like, I'm 99, and I take a deep breath to laugh, and that's my last breath. And I breathe out, and I'm somewhere else. It's that simple. I take a deep breath in to laugh, and I laugh, and I look back, and my body's on the floor, and I'm free. It's over. That's it. It doesn't kill me. I mean, it does. It kills me. It's my last breath. It was a good joke. I don't know who tells me it. I just go to take a deep breath and laugh real hard. I breathe in to laugh, and I fall over. And I continue to laugh in the spirit. I laugh my ass off, and then I laugh even harder because I'm dead. I'm like, oh my God, it killed me. That shit killed me. That was so good. You finally killed me with your shit. I knew these jokes was going to kill me. And in the sense of, dude, like today, Kanye killed me, bro. Ask my kids. I'll be laughing. They call it the SpongeBob laugh, dude. I get to a point where I can't stop, and this weird noise starts coming out. It's similar to like a dolphin noise or something. I can't stop. SpongeBob laughs. And then they start like egging it on and making me aware that I can't stop. It's like, I know I can't stop. I can't see. I'm crying. Stop.
You be on the road like.
In the sense of, that last shot, bro. Like, your homie got shot, bro. They took their last breath, and then they got out of that fucking body and was like, well, thank God that's over. Come on, let's go sit down. Let's get away from that experience. Ugh, that was a shit ass ride. In the sense of, what kind of life they had before they died. Right? Now Christianity tells you that they're going to suffer more for the shitty life that they had while they were here. Don't you think they suffered enough? Our glorious God, who's all forgiving and loving, is going to make them suffer more after they had such a painful life? And some of them couldn't take it, bro. They took their life. Naturally, yeah, they had to sit down and God be like, come on, you could have been stronger than that. You're going to have to do this again. Oh, man. And that's where it is. That's where we all have that talk. You're not done yet.
Isn't there a
religion
that thinks that killing yourself is a sin?
Yeah. Catholics say that if suicide is not, they don't get the graces of God if they go suicide. Christians believe that LGBTQ are not saved. And even those of other...
Mormons are like the cult.
dude, there's so many of this stuff. It's like, they choose to believe who gets to be there, but none of them even know where there is. They're not even there. They're far from there. In the sense of the kingdom of God, I can tell you, Jesus opens those gates. But as far as the spiritual place, Valara, whatever they call it, there's other places, the bosom of, whatever. There's all these places, the resting place. There's a place where you rest before the final judgment. And by that time, you've already...
You just cease to exist.
Well, we're going to teach him that he has more... He's going to be pissed off, and that's where it is. I had this conversation with another guy, too. There's a lot of people that are really pissed off to realize that there's more to this than the end of this. And if they don't do it right, they're going to have to come back right to where they started. Like, you wasted a whole life, bro. Like, how many years did you spend? Some of us wake up like that. Fuck. I wasted 10 years on this marriage thinking that you were the man for me. What a waste of space. It's going to take me another 10 years to get my head straight. Fuck. I'm going to be the oldest spinster married girl. All right, I got this. All right, God, I just need some more time. Just give me some more time. I'll figure this out, I promise. Don't make me do this again, God.
He's an agnostic, which means
anyways, going back to it. He's spirit. He just doesn't know what's going on. He's just lost in his spirit right now. His brain's out of control. All right. We have been taught that death is painful, frightening process, blah, blah, blah. At one time, certain cultures, blah, blah, blah. Between incarnations, souls rest in a part of the astral plane known as the land of the fairy, or the other pagan names. The ancient Celts knew it as the Blessed Isles. Summerland is a much later term that arose with the founding of the spiritualist church during the 1800s. Since the pagan paradise is part of the astral realms, it can also be reached through dreams, meditation, and astral travel to communicate with the dead. I told you, it's a fucking... And the dreams, I teach you that during the day. Meditation, astral travel, all of that. It's here. It's not there. You don't have to go anywhere. You just have to release your thoughts to be part of it. We are given choices before we take steps of being incarnated. Unless a soul is regulated to the lower astral levels, each soul can formulate its own life plan with the help and advice and teachers of the Great Council. Our choices are frequently influenced by our beliefs that we can help change our lives and others, or right great wrongs. And that's the evolutionary growth, is I'm here to make a change. Some of you aren't ready to accept change because you haven't had the experience. You haven't learned the experience to want to change from it. You're still experiencing it. You haven't got through your karma yet. After entering new bodies, the subconscious mind becomes very aware of all the challenges and obstacles the new family raises against these altruistic desires. Although the conscious mind is not aware of this, the subconscious mind knows the goal cannot be met fully, or sometimes only partially. What we learn out in our new life will only be what we expected. However, all life experiences have value. As on the physical, ordinary level life, not all choices are wise ones. Most choices will be made out of necessity. Nevertheless, the necessary choices frequently turn into be the wisest ones and the most valuable to spiritual growth. Karma is very much involved with reincarnation. Karma is the law of cause and effect. Each action causes a reaction that equalizes a balance. Contrary to the beliefs of the ununiformed karma, it is not all negative. You can build up an astral equivalent of a positive balance from past lives and even present one. It's like having a spiritual bank account. We can add to it by positive experiences or morals, or we can be forced to pay for negative experiences and morals. Meaning, are you paying for what you did in this life, or are you paying for what you did in other lives? You ever thought about that? Were you a bad person in this life? No. Because you're here to live a different life. But that reason being is because you've been bad to the bone before. Now you're here to play good guy. The good guy. Be the good guy. In the sense of, I like being the bad guy. Anyway, so I'm not want to get too much far into this. The best way to know your karmic debt and credit might be practicing visiting the Hall of Akashic Records. Where is this? I don't know. There, with the help of teachers, can help you look through your past lives and get a glimpse of what you should or should not be doing in this life to correct any flaws. Well, you can find that in a Vedic astrology, and you can find that within, you know what I mean, your own psychology. I wouldn't go letting people into your life like that. That is why all witches should do magic with the aim of doing the least karmic damage to themselves and to others. Meaning, I'm not going to fucking fuck with your life because it's going to fuck with my life. All I care about is my life, dude, and making other people's lives better. And that's it. And that's karma. That's, you know what I mean, built up good karma that, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's building up. And that's it. Everything, you know, is seen. You know what I mean? Be careful not to fall into the trap of labeling every event in your life as karmic or a hand of destiny. Often this is the way of people to deny responsibility for their decisions for the fear that they might be wrong or will create an unpleasant scene. This attitude is passing the buck. Just as the Orthodox believers might say, the devil made me do it, or God's will, and I can't change it. Unfortunately, the word destiny has become an excuse for not making a choice or decision, a reason for the tyrant or criminal to excuse their crimes, or for the fool to avoid standing up to the tyrant or criminal. It is rare that people do not have a choice for their overall path of lives. Some life experiences may be more difficult than others and may have less impact on what happens, but there will always be little choices we can make to affect change. And I'm seeing Rosa Parks. You don't understand. She was the first one to stand up to authority, yes. But what they did to her next, her discipline was to teach everyone never to stand up to authority again. And all it did was make everyone rally against authority. She had to take the brute, like Jesus, bro. She had to take the brute. And it was in her. It was in everyone, bro. It's inside of you to fucking challenge. That's the Lilith, bro. That's the Lucifer. God made you like that. To challenge authority, to rebel against, you know what I mean? Against those that seek to persecute others. It's in you, bro, to stop a bully, bro. Unless you're a fucking bully. And it's like, am I a bad guy because I'm always bullying people? Nah, bro.
Yeah.
That's a Lilith and Lucifer, too. God made you that way. We can talk about that another day. That'll probably be Friday or Saturday, but not today. But in the sense of, you know, he put it in us, you know, to fucking want to fight, even though we don't really have the fight in us. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Do something. Do something. Try to do something. It's in us. But our programming tells us to, you know what I mean? You're not supposed to say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't make a scene. You know, it's your programming that's holding back this fucking fire, this ability to stand up to injustice and save a person's life. But it's in you. It's in you. It's in you. You know what I mean? Let's see. Simple, where did that come from? Some life experiences may be too difficult for others and may have less impact on what happens, but there's always little choice they can make to affect change. Some people get caught up in trying to find their life's purpose, and that's what I said last night in the middle of the night. I woke up at like 1 o'clock, and that's what I posted. Most of you are out here just trying to make a name for your family and yourself. You're trying to find your life's purpose or goal. Every person's purpose in life is to improve spiritually, to see the truth, to live it daily, and to be the best person they can be. Not produce the best work. Be the most liked person. Be the most popular. Be the most, you know, successful. Be the best version of yourself you can be today without being an asshole like you were yesteryear. Don't be weak like you were in your 20s and 15, you know, in your teens and in your 30s where you would just pop off. You're trying to be a better version of what you were. Never denying that I will fucking pop. As a woman especially, you need to step in that masculine and show a man right away that you are not vulnerable and weak, and you will not be intimidated or bullied by his bitch ass. You know what I mean? There's times where you gotta act a fool. You got to act like old you, real quick. Old you needs to come in and step in and handle this situation. But in the most cases, and that's even being the best you. I'm not going to be a bitch today. I'm going to let old me handle this real quick. And new me is going to be okay about this. And that's growth too. Not denying who you are and how you should, being dictated as how you should handle every situation. Each situation calls for you, different parts of you to show and shine. You might need to act a fool. You might need to be, you know what I mean, that version of you. You might need to be that scary divine masculine. You might need to be that, you know what I mean, that divine feminine. That's what we're asking from a lot of our men. We're asking our women to step up in their mark and be actual, you know what I mean, be useful women, not a fucking waste of space, fucking Eve type bitch. Know that God lies within you too. And this man and this is not your God. But your God, you know what I mean, is your relationship with God is going to save you from relationships with men like that. In essence, and going back to men, they need to open up to their feelings and not be just taking these fucking suburban fucking whatever you like type bitches that are not really challenging them and pushing them and wanting them to grow. We need you to care about your own feelings. You know, that's the saddest thing about Bobby, bro. It don't matter, bro. His feelings don't matter. At the end of the day, he's got to do what's right by everyone else. That's the saddest shit I've ever heard in my life. I was like, you got to live your life like this? And I made that up. I said that earlier. I brought him up. And that's what I said, too. This is all your fault. You brought him up in that video. I was like, oh, yeah, he's going to be loving on his wife for the next 25, 35, 45 years. Making her and his kids happy while he has none. What? Happiness? Yeah. I mean, you find ways to find happiness in your situation. You find ways to make the best out of your situation when you're in it. But ultimately, the goal is not to stay in this type of situation forever. To find a way to make your situation better. And his situation ain't gonna get no better. Because like him and Jonica and other relationships, they think more material gain. If we make a couple more dollars, if we have more status, if we have more of this, we are more. Having more doesn't make you more. How much more do you guys want? Going back to, this is a middle class family that's trying to do well off of one income. And then blood sucking dry fucking Russ's fucking savings account. And I said that earlier. Oh my God, this is so funny. My kids burnt the shit out of you, Russ. This was great. I loved it. You should have been here. You'd have been mad. I'm going to put you in this. So earlier they were like, they're trying to get me, my son's trying to convince me to let him play this Roblox fucking competition for $1 million, but he has to be 13. I was like, I'm not lying for you to win $1 million. And then he kept going on and on about what he could do with $1 million. I was like, get out of my face. I'm over this conversation. Then I come back from my cigarette break. My daughter's on it too. Mom, what would you do if I won $1 million? I was like, I don't know. She's like, would you want me to do something? I was like, I don't know. Just let me live off of you. She's like, what? Like Russ's mom? I was like, oh my God, Becky. Nope, couldn't be that bitch. What a nice life. How'd you sign up for that, bro? Talk about a good fucking destiny. I'm gonna live off of my fuck, she's not even happy. Damn it.
How much money would you ask me for if I did win?
I wouldn't ask you for shit. How much would you give me?
5 million.
Out of 1 million? That's more than 5. That's more than 1. Going back to it, it was really funny. I don't know where that came from. We're talking about Akashic Records, something. I don't know. I lost it when I talked about Russ. I always do. I don't know. Fuck him. Going back. Love you, bud. Karma. Ugh, this guy. That's it. He's just trapped in the hells that he doesn't even, I don't know. His own hells. Oh, you guys. So that's going on with the planetary energy. Oh, yeah. That's not what we were talking about at all. We're supposed to be talking about, sorry. Let me go back. I have no idea why we stopped there. I really couldn't even tell you. It's not what we were supposed to talk about. I was going to talk to you about these moons. The power of the moon. No, where's that page? Planetary influences. Okay, the sun. No, the moon. All right, fine. They want me to read all of this bullshit, bro. All right, write this down. It's important. Where are you gonna shove all this, dude? Okay, listen and just take it all in. Sunday is the day of the week associated with the sun. The word sun is derived from the word sun's day. The color is bright yellow and gold. The metal traditionally listed is yellow gold. However, anything that is truly shining gold will work. Use the tarot card of the sun and the 4 sixes associated with stones that are gemstones, topaz, and Kairos. I don't know if I said that right. The sun is said to rule the signs of Leo. Oils and incenses associated are Egyptian kaifi. Oh, I need to refill my kaifi oil. I have kaifi. Heliotrope, cloves, frankincense, cinnamon, and vanilla. Creatures connected with the sun are the hawk, phoenix, and the lion. And that's it. I'm with God. Among the sun deities are Horus, Ra, Adonis, Bel, La, Skemet, Sol, Bast, Apollo, and Helos. None of me. I'm not a sun god. Used for ritual involving healing and health, prosperity and success, confident, physical vitality, work, quick money, honor, friendship, and active change. The moon. The weekday of the moon is Monday. The moon is derived from moon's day, corresponding with silver, pearl white, light blue, lavender. The metal is silver. Use the tarot card of the moon and the 4 nines. 9 has always been a magical moon number. When do I die? 99. Come party like us 19. What is 9? Christ consciousness. The moon rules over the sign of Cancer. Oils and incenses are lily, jasmine, lotus, and white rose. Creatures connected with the moon are the hare, the hart, the boar, the horse, and the elephant. Moon deities are Isis, Kensu, Neith, Diana, Hecate, Selene, and Morgan. Used for rituals involving visions, divinations, dreams, love, birth, emotional problems, domestic and family situations. Mercury. What's today? It was yesterday. Mercury is Wednesday. Modern word Wednesday comes from Odonins or wooden day. Mercury is associated with changeable colors, and the colors connected with changeable ideas or emotions, such as orange, violet, and multicolors. The traditional metal is quicksilver, which is unsafe to handle. Substitute an alloy metal such as aluminum instead. Use the tarot card of the magician and the 4 eights. Associated stones are carnelian, fire opal, and agate. Mercury is said to be the ruler sign of Gemini and Virgo. Now you have fucking full moon in Virgo and Mercury retrograde. This is bastard ass bullshit. Oil and essences can be white sandalwood and what? And storax. Associated creatures is the ibis, twin serpents, swallow, and the jackal. Mercury deities are Mercury, Thoth, Hermes, Anubis, Maat, Odin, and Agma. Used for rituals involving creativity, scientific reasoning, business, divination, eloquence, writing, speech, inspiration of all kinds, and healing nervous disorders. Going back to it. Damn, they tell me too much. What was it about? Mercury deities, rituals involving... Fuck, I lost it. I had a thought and it went away. Okay, Venus. The weekday of Venus is Friday. The modern day associated with Old Norse Frigg Day or Frigga Day. Colors are light green, light blue, pink. Use the tarot card of Empress. Oh, that douchebag. I heard him say something in one of his readings. I don't know. I think it had to be the Sagittarius. He was like, the High Priestess is all about silence. That's not what it is. It's all about truth. Idiot. It's the same as the sun. Hidden truth. The sun is the truth in your face. The High Priestess is the subconscious truth. The truth hidden underneath, you know what I mean, your thoughts. It's truth. Idiot. Sorry, I don't like him. The metal is, going back to Venus, the metal is copper and the stones are amber, malachite, jade, period, turquoise. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Corresponding oils and incense are apple blossom, verbena, rose, red sanders, or sandalwood. You use a lot of that shit, right? Venus deities are Venus, Aphrodite, Astarte, Hathor, and Frigga. Corresponding creatures are cats, lynx, leopards, doves, and swans. Used for rituals involving love, marriage, artistic creativity, fertility, partnership, spiritual harmony, and children. Mars is a Tuesday. Orus comes from the Old Norse Twins Day. The metal is iron or steel. Associated with the color red, the tarot card is the Tower. towers on a Tuesday. Interesting. Mars is associated with Aries and Scorpio. Go figure. I don't like you. Corresponding stones are garnet, bloodstone, red agate, ruby, and red topaz. Oils and incense would be dragon's blood, and any peppery scent. Ew. I don't know, those aren't my favorite. Creatures are wolf, bear, horse, ram, balsic. Mars deities are Aries, Mars, Tyre, and Horus. Used for rituals involving energy, courage, conflict, surgery, physical strength, endurance, destruction, defense, and winning. Jupiter. That's today. The week of Jupiter is Thursday, weekday. The word comes from Thor's day. The metal is tin. Come on, Tin Man. The colors are blue and purple. Corresponding stones are lapis lazuli, amethyst, turquoise, and sapphire. While the tarot cards are the Wheel of Fortune and the four fours. Oils and incenses. So how many of you noticed that on these days you pull those cards? Haha, you thought you had some control over something, didn't you? Now you're going to start noticing. They always pull the Wheel of Fortune on Thursday. With the Wheel of Fortune, with our four fours. Oils and incense could be lilac, storax, saffron, cedar, and nutmeg. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces, associated with creatures like the eagle and the unicorn. You don't get the unicorn. Jupiter deities are Jupiter, Zeus, Amun, and Dagda, Thor, and Marduk. Used for rituals involving honor, prosperity, success, good health, friendships, good luck, religion, legal matters, trade, and involvement. Saturn. The weekday of Saturn, or Saturn day, colors are black and indigo, while associated stones are onyx, obsidian, jet, and star sapphire. These are all grounders, big-time grounders. The metal is lead. Lead is super grounding. The tarot card is the universe or the world, and the 4 threes. 333. Ooh, the universe or the world card. That's funny because mine is the universe in the tarot. I mean, in my pagan tarot, but in other ones, it's the world card. Corresponding oils will be the myrrh, storax. I gotta find this shit. That's what I'm getting. Hey, write that down. It looks like borax, but with an ST. Storax. And civet. Saturn rules over Aquarius, associated with creatures of dragon, goose, crocodile, and goat. Saturn deities are Saturn, Cronus, Nymphalis, Isis, Demeter, Ceres, Nut, Ceridwen, Danu, and Hecate. This is a huge one of mine. That's why I do so much work on Saturn Day. Used in rituals involving knowledge, death, reincarnation, binding, overcoming curses, protection, intuition, and dealing with karma. Saturn Day. That was the last card I had up there. It's the most important. The chart of the planetary symbols shows the astrological markings used to identify the planets. Okay, I want to show you real quick. Have a look. Are you going to remember them? No, I always usually fuck them up, truthfully. Now, this is what I want to show you. The days and the hours. Every day and every hour is already predicted. Look on 333. I can read all of this, but I want to show you this. We had a quick glimpse of this. The days and the hours. At 1 o'clock on Monday, you're in your moon energy. But by 2 o'clock, you're in your Saturn. By 3 o'clock, you're in Jupiter. By 4 o'clock, what is that? That's Mars. By 5 o'clock, you're in your sun. By 6 o'clock, you know what I mean? You see how you're going through all of these over and over again. You're going through planetary energies throughout the whole day, every day. Stop. Meditate and listen. Now we got to close this book. Let me show you something else. We're going to pull out our Sabbath bullshit. Hold on. Which is moon. Do I read the whole thing? No, it's a bunch of bullshit. Days of the week. So these days, where are we today? The 13th. Gaia, the Earth Mother, the Supreme Creatrix. What did I pull earlier today? The Lady, Mother Earth. The divine principle of fertility and abundance. Selene. All right, the sexual image of the full moon, mother goddess, sister of the sun god Helios, archetypal, the bestower of immortality. By definition of the day, we're here, but Selene is also the moon goddess, right? And if we're talking about sexual, who do we talk to in that department? Gotta be the Scorpio. I'm not doing shit. I'm just living my life. It literally is already fucking written down before I got here that I was going to do such things. I'm just learning. You know what I mean? I'm just walking through it. Now we're going to jump through this book onto, where's that page? All right, here we are. We are in the full moon of Virgo. Virgo is a feminine earth sign. It is fastidious intellectual of the zodiac. I don't know if I said that right. When the moon is in Virgo, it is a good time to work with matters pertaining to education, volunteerism, and health. It is also a prime time for casting spells requiring great attention to detail. At this, as this is also I'm seeing my cards. Also the providence of Virgo. Spells worked for mental prowess, stability, and consciousness take deep root in Virgo. Keep in mind that Mercury, the planet which rules Virgo, is cerebral, where the moon is emotional. This can be a source of either conflict or harmony for your spells, depending on the desired outcome. And they said to be careful doing any spells under the eclipse, because they could backfire. Be careful, bro. And that's it. A lot of them are, whatever they're going to cast is going to be right back on their ass. Virganian correspondence are nut, Mercury, writing tools, domestic dogs, the lower digestive tract, and Wednesday. Where are we at? Thursday. Alright, so that's our moon. The next one we'll have is the full moon in Libra. It goes in a fucking order. Alright, there's all these conjunctions and something. There was something else I was going to show you, I think. I don't really know if I wanted to. There's something about the altar I was thinking about showing you, how to start an altar. Anyways, who cares? Alright, so going back to it. Oh my god, let me pull my knees down. I got old knees. Ouch. Alright, so we're entering into the Fae realm. I'm going to work into that. Okay, Morgan Le Fay. Now, this was my last life. I know nothing of my last life yet. I've been working through other lives to get to this. This book denies Morgan Le Fay. Sucks. She studies Morgan, and she knows everything about Morgan. I'm going to show you some cool things, because this is just an introductory. So this is where we left out. What did we talk about? Oh, we were talking about the fucking some bullshit-ass stories. But I want to show you some stuff about me that'll show you that I've always been me. This is a lady that studies me. But she doesn't acknowledge that I was Morgan Le Fay, because Morgan Le Fay is of Welsh, and she's of Norse. So we can't possibly share the same goddess. Shut up. Not for the woman's backside, okay? Just by reading that, you know damn well that's Lilith. I'm on top. I'm not going to submit. That's what that talks about. Morgan's sexual encounters and mythology. That's right. You know what I mean? In the sense of, I didn't care. It wasn't after that. I was the goddess of war back then. Priestess of the crown, goddess of sovereignty, okay? Tells you about how that means. Hold on, I want to show you. Faithfulness. Invoking the peace of the battlefield. Devotions. It was further in the back. Hold on. Alright, so right here, and it was turned down, it teaches you how to do modern ocular work. Knowing thyself. Teaches you about trance. Anybody that studied me learns this stuff. Triggers. Veiling and sensory deprivation. Allowing the divine in. Agreements. I made an agreement with Mac Miller. In this life. I had to agree on it in this life of my own free will in this life. I may have agreed before I got here, but we had to have another talk when I got here. Wards. Creating the space. Guardians. Don't force it. Aftercare. What do we have? These are all different things. Let's see. Morgan's Wolves. The visionary regarding community. Okay, now wait. It goes into the next one is going to be with the serpents. The Morgan's Wolves. I'm always part of the wolf pack. Connecting, hold on. The Venomous Wives of Net. UPG and the Morgan. Rewriting the lore. I was trying to show you the serpents and stuff. It's just, you know what I mean? Anything I didn't finish in those lives has got to finish in this life. Everything I didn't finish in all my other lives is playing out in this life. Every single one. Now, going back to it, it's not in here, but it is. I was also Morgan Le Fay, who was the goddess of the fairy realm. Welcome to the Fae. Now I have these. I have some fairy oracle cards that read kind of like the angel oracle cards, but there's more to it. I got this a long time ago. Somebody drew on it. We found it at a donation or something.
Let me see.
The fairy Bible. It's more than just that. This is a whole realm that I'm going to be able to access, and more people like myself are going to be able to access. through your imagination, through your unconscious. You're going to see beings. You're going to see their lives play out. You're going to see gnomes. You're going to see unicorns. You're going to see everything that's in this book. It's pulling the veil down. For those of us that are of the highest level of love and light, we wouldn't let you and your distorted fucking ego into this place of beautiful fucking sacred grace. You can't go in and destroy them with your thoughts. Only if you're there to love them with your feelings will you see such things. In the essence. So, we're going here. Where? I don't know. The Sphinx. Another composite fairy. The Sphinx embodies mystery. To the Greeks, it had a woman's head and the body of a winged lion, while the Egyptian Sphinx had a male head, and that was a ram or a hawk linked to the griffin. Let me read this. The composite nature of the Sphinx indicated a deep knowledge that comes from the union of a spirit, instinct, and intellect. In myth, its being is often encountered as a guardian to ancient mysteries. To test the worthiness of any who approached, the Sphinx would demand the passing of some tests. The solution of a riddle to fail at this usually resulted in death, frequently by being devoured by the vengefulness Sphinx. The symbol behind, and have you guys seen the Never-Ending Story? They have to walk through the eye of the Sphinx. That's where all warriors come, and they're all judged based on their heart. Only the truest of heart can go forward. And that's what I mean, is you can't access these realms without a true heart. Do not panic. I jumped too far. Let's see. The symbol behind this relates to understanding and the use of knowledge. Partial knowledge, arrogantly applied, can lead to being devoured by the consequence of ignorance. This applies today where scientists' knowledge is used without regard to spiritual meaning. If you are faced with many conundrums in life, suspect the involvement of the Sphinx. Do not panic. It may be a call to further educate or mental expansion. Further education or mental expansion. The Sphinx is the carrier of prophecy and is here to challenge and inspire. And guess what happens afterwards? The next page says, finding the air fairies. I saw them today. They were blowing the freaking leaves around, and then I looked down, and there was a raw paper, like a rolling paper, a big ass super raw rolling paper. I was like, oh, that was nice, thanks. So we talked about that. The griffin is similar. And that's all of them. The 7 ravens, the white buffalo woman, that was me in my first initiation. You want to hear about it? I have the story to prove it. Native Americans tell how secret of the peace pipe were revealed to the white buffalo woman, who appeared on a mountain to 2 braves. She was clad in white and bedecked with glorious jewels. Out of the cloud she emerged, and the hunters stood in awe before her. When she looked his way, however, the less disciplined of the 2 men rushed towards her to embrace her. Smiling, she received him with her arms, and the white cloud again arose to enfold them. When it cleared, the woman stood alone with the skeleton of the hunter at her feet. Humbled to the remain brave the brave ushered her to her village. As they would walk, she assured them that his companion had received exactly what he sought. On arrival to the village, she initiated the tribe into the mysteries of the peace pipe, where the union of male and female, through the breath of the spirit. The round bowl represents the feminine and the stem of the masculine. The smoke that moves between in the etherical connection. After sharing the pipe with the tribe, she bade them always to honor. Mother Earth then transformed herself into a white buffalo and disappeared. And that's the story. I shared it in my shorts too, confirmation. They had me completely dressed up as a goddess. High heels, dress, all the jewels, all of it. And I walked to the top of Heaven's Gates. Not the top. I went up like 1,300 stairs in Manitou Springs. I did my first ritual, which is the Divine Feminine Awakening. But I also did a ritual. It was March. I kept telling everyone they had to be there. I remember. All that time ago. And I also was doing a ritual for the Native Americans. After I did that, they took me straight up to the top of this other mountain in the Arapaho National Forest, where I got stuck up there with all of this shit. And then the fucking police had to get me out and all of this. And I tell you, as soon as I saw the white buffalo, it all made sense. And then I Googled it, and I got this story after. It all happened in this life on the top of a mountain. The details were a little bit different, but it was the same story being replayed. The buffalo much honored among Native Americans for it, and that's what I showed you in the shorts. She has a picture of it. She knew where I was when I saw that buffalo. She knew where all this happened to me. I couldn't tell people where I was when this happened to me, but I was called up there after a huge ceremony. I have all this fucking witchcraft shit. I have all this stuff. I'm sitting there fucking smoking hella weed, and I get stuck in the snow. Some guy comes down the fucking hill with a Florida Gators jacket on, and he's all fluffy faced and all this stuff, and it's this whole experience. And finally, I look over behind the bush, and I see a white buffalo and a bunch of buffaloes circling it. The very moment the police were about to pull me out of this ditch, and I knew it was a spiritual experience. But I didn't, when it was happening, it was the scariest thing in my life. I was standing on a fucking mountain, and I was sure it was because of all this spiritual shit I just got myself into. The buffalo has much been honored among Native Americans for it supplied all their needs: flesh for nourishment, skin for clothing and tents, bones for utensils, in effect embodied the power of life. Thus the fairy transformed into the buffalo was a sign of great power. They encountered the impetuous, brave, and fairy realm has much in common with many other tales, for which was involved in the white cloud of the air spirit. Human time had no meaning, and what was a minute, excuse me, stop. I'm almost done.
We're talking to each other?
No, you're talking over me.
No, we're not.
Let me finish this one part.
Your things inside out your shirt.
That's lovely. Let's see. The encounter of this impetus with the fairy realm has much in common with many other tales, and while he was involved in the white cloud, he was enveloped by the white cloud of the air spirit. Human time had no meaning, and what was a minute to his waiting companion was to him hundreds of years. As he grew old, died, and the flesh fell from his bones. One of the most important points of this story, however, is the sacredness of sexuality and the need for good communication and rapport in order for it to work. The smoke in the peace pipe means many things. It may be the smoke given off by the fires of passion or the intoxicating scent of love itself. Most importantly, it is the breath of words spoken from the heart, seeking true understanding and union. And then after it goes into the 7 ravens. So this is like, why haven't you read all this? Because we weren't in there. Now I can speak on everything we've seen. I can tell you how we've seen all of this in our real world. Isn't it great? The Kelpies just showed up. They're all in here. All of the mystical creatures. Isn't that cool? So that's what I'm excited about, is entering a new realm. The realm of the Fae, but it's just another realm of everyday. So that's what's going on. Again, there's a lot. I'm like, the full moon and stuff. What do I got to do? I just got to mix together. That's what they wanted me to talk about. Give me a second. I've shown it in, oh my god, so many videos. So many videos. We're talking about herbs and oil. I don't show you all my stones. They're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. And what I'm supposed to be doing this weekend is working on remaking my necklace with all my charms. I'm supposed to bring out all my charms and remake all my necklaces. But anyways, I don't know where am I supposed to put this, Lord. Here's, as I call it, Professor Snoop's. All my herbs. So there's tons of them. And there's more of them. And there's fucking more of them. And there's fucking more of them. And there's more of them. And I keep buying more. And what do I use them all for? You heard. How do I know when to use them? When they tell me. What are we supposed to get next? Lavender, because I don't have any for this full moon. I have plenty of lemongrass that's in there. We need lavender, which is exactly what this oil is. So maybe I don't. See? Lavender oil. Where did it come from? I got it like 2 months ago. They said I'd need it. They knew before I knew. I'm going to put some of this on me. This is from my last, I have a bunch of these little things. This came from the bush in front of the casino. I did my last ceremony up there for the lunar full moon, or the lunar new year. So I went up there and I grabbed some of that and the dirt that it was in. Like, you took the dirt? Yeah, bro. It's very powerful. This is my spiritual ground. This is Black Hawk. This is very spiritual right there, dude. That's native ground. They put a fucking casino on top of it. The best I could get was a little bit of dirt and some fucking herbs so I could take it with me to the native grounds. There's more power in that than every fucking dollar in that casino, bro. True story. So that's the fucking herb. That's, yeah. Going back to it, yeah, we got twine. We got all kinds of shit. I'm a whole ass witch. So when I posted that, I was like, you fucking idiots. Get the fuck out of my face. You know how much real witchcraft I fucking do? Like, that's just some of it. That's not even the ritual bag that I keep on me. This is like, you know what I mean? Professor Snape's closet. And then there's all of my oils. We're not using that. That's not even, those are just ritual oils, bro. I got to get into my trunk and get my oils. I need my eclipse oil, my full moon oil. And we got a star coming in right after on the 20th, which is spring. Spring equinox is coming in right away. Yeah, I do a lot of this. What am I going to do? I'm going to put together blends. I told you. We work with all of it. We freaking burn it in. We burn the smoke. We send it into the ethers. Because that's where we come from, is the ethers. How do you get messages? We can go there, but we can access portals. And that's what I do as a gatekeeper. I can go there, but I can open it for you. As I'm opening this gate, if this gate is opening for me, I'm opening it for others. So that others can have access to the Fey worlds. Oh, damn, I left some shit out of there. A lot of shit out of there. Alright, let me put all my shit up. I got lots of shit going on here. And that's where it is. I got books and shit everywhere, and that's what we're doing. I got this room today, and I told you in my video, I was like, I was just tired. That's all I've been, is tired. And that's why I was laying there. I was like, am I going to get a moon cycle? I think I am. And that's even worse, dude. Don't give me a moon cycle. You're going to fuck up my outside world, my emotional world, my mental world, and now you're going to fuck up with my body? Hopefully not. Hopefully not, but you know, that's just how it is. Are we about to get moon cycles? I hope not. And then, meanwhile, they're pumping shit into my spine so I can translate messages from the fucking Palladians, which is a star system behind all of these planets. Open your eyes, guys. There's more to this universe than the petty things of this world that you're trying to obtain to make yourselves, you know, famous and shit. Truthfully, I'm trying to get you connected to something way bigger than yourself. But in order to do that, I need you to disconnect from everything of this world and only spend time with yourself. That's how we get you there. You'll come back into this world a better version of yourself than you ever thought. You know what I mean? In the sense of, I'm seeing Bobby. I knew him when I was nothing more than a fucking hotel manager. Then he came back and I was nothing more than a fucking singer and songwriter. I'm a whole fucking priestess. I'm a messenger of God. I'm the strongest, most powerful fucking goddess that ever lived. Every time he comes back, I'm nothing more than more. More and more and more and more. And you wonder why he keeps having a hard time approaching me. It was easy when I was like him, when we worked together and I was on his level. It was hard when he came back and I was on another level that he still couldn't compete with. You can't compete with this, so naturally, what does he say? Jokingly, if you could stop being like that, you know, we could pretend like we could get along. How about you start being this and we could get along? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with being godly? What's wrong with being godly, guys? I don't know. It's challenging, but there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, I love you guys. I wish you a good Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, then. Challenges are ahead. Real quick. They're coming around that corner real fast. Get ready for them. Hey, I love yous. Laters. Bye.